Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This video will be on floriculture. Okay, so floriculture, it is a branch of horticulture which mainly deals with production and marketing of flower and flower produce. Next, I will discuss about importance and scope in floriculture. The flower crops provide higher income from comparatively smaller areas with high profitability as compared to other crops. So, floriculture generates gainful employment for youths in suburban and rural areas. Then it helps to develop floriculture industry in which cut flowers and cut foliage used in various floral arrangement. Then it also provides scope in development of various agro techniques, nurseries, polyhouse and greenhouse which provide employment to rural and urban people. One can produce and sell the seeds from floriculture. It has also a great scope in scientific research of ornamental plants in India during the past independent period, which gives information about introduction of flowers and ornamental plants from abroad. Then it also plays important role in perfume industry which is used in a perfume, food beverages and cosmetic industries. So next I will be discussing about greenhouse production of gerbera, carnation, roses and orchids. So in this I will be covering topics like soil and climate requirement for these plants, then cultivation practices and economics of greenhouse production of gerbera, carnation, roses and orchids. In this video, I will be discussing about only two plants, that is gerbera and carnation. Gerbera. Gerbera, commonly known as Transvaal daisy or African daisy, it is an important flower grown throughout the world under wide range of climatic conditions. Gerbera belongs to the family Compositae and it is native to South Africa and Asiatic regions. In India, it is distributed in the temperate Himalayas from Kashmir to Nepal at altitude of 1300 to 3200 meter. Then climatic requirement for Gerbera jamisoni, that is gerbera, it can be grown under wide range of climatic conditions. In tropical climates, gerberas are grown in the open, but in subtropical and temperate climate, they are protected from frost and cultivated in greenhouses. Day temperature of 22 to 25 degrees Celsius and night temperature is 12 degrees Celsius to 16 degrees Celsius for ideal cultivation. Then next, soil and soil preparation for gerbera plants. A well drained, rich light, neutral to slightly alkaline, that will be pH of 6.6 to 8 pH soil is most suitable for gerbera production. Then roots of gerbera go as deep as 50 to 70 centimeter. So the soil should be highly porous and well drained up to 50 centimeter to have better root growth and better penetration of roots. Land should be ploughed deep 2 to 3 times and brought to a fine tilth. Raised bed of 30 centimeter height 1 to 1.2 meter width should be prepared, leaving 50 to 60 centimeter between two beds. Well decomposing FYM sand and coconut peat in 2:1:1 proportion should be added to the beds. Then next is soil sterilization. Before starting Gerbera cultivation, disinfection of the soil is absolutely necessary to minimize the infestation of soil-borne pathogens like Phytophthora, Fusarium and Pythium, which could destroy the crop completely. The beds should be drenched or fumigated with 2% formaldehyde solution and then covered with a plastic sheet for a minimum period of 2 to 3 days. Then beds should be watered thoroughly to drain the chemicals before planting. Next is propagation of Gerbera. So Gerbera can be propagated by a sexual method, that is division and micro propagation. So in division, the propagation is through division of clumps in June or July is the most common method. In micro propagation, this method is recently growing and it is used for multiplication of shoot tips, inflorescence, buds, flower buds, capitulum and midribs. So it has been used as an explant for micropropagation and MS medium is best suited as culture media. Then next is time of planting of Gerbera. So Gerbera planting is done in two seasons, that is spring and summer. So spring season will be from January to March and this season is best for 1.5 year culture and the summer season is from June to July and it is suitable for 1.5 year or 2 year culture. So planting in autumn and early winter is less profitable due to high heating cost of low light intensity during November to December. Planting should be done in late August to September as the crop will not have sufficient developed to enter and endure severity of winter. Next, method of planting. Growing of Gerbera raised bed improves drainage and aeration. At the time of planting, the crown of Gerbera plants should be 1 to 2 cm above the soil level. Then next is spacing. Spacing between two rows should be 30 to 40 cm. Then manures and fertilizers. Gerbera requires plenty of organic matter and ample of nutrients in the form of major and minor nutrients for proper growth and production. So application of 7.5 kg FYM per meter square give better results. And the application of 10 as to 15 as to 20 gram NPK per meter square per month during first 3 months of planting and 15 as to 10 is to 30 NPK per meter square from 4th month when flowering starts is in two split at 15 days interval found to be desirable for growth and flower production. Apart from this, spraying with micronutrients like boron, calcium, magnesium and copper once a month is recommended to get better quality of bloom. Irrigation done immediately after the plantation. Irrigate the plants with overhead irrigation for 4 weeks to enable uniform root development. Thereafter, regularly through drip irrigation system is desirable. The average requirement is about 500 to 700 ml per day per plant depending upon the season and stage of the crop. Then next, varieties of Gerbera. So there are different varieties like pink colored Gerbera, red, yellow, white, orange and purple. Pink color Gerbera variety is Terraquin or Valentine. Then red color is Dusty, Red Impulse. Then white color is Delphi, White Maria. Orange color is Orange Classic. Then purple is Treasure and yellow is Panama. So plant protection include protection from pests like white fly, leaf miner and red spider mites. Okay, so plant can be protected from pests like white fly by spraying of neem arc or phosphomidon 0.05% is effective. So disease like foot rot and powdery mildew can be controlled by soil solarization and sanitization and also drenching of Bavistine. Harvesting. Gerbera starts flowering in about 3 months of planting. Harvesting is done when 2 to 3 rows disc florets are out and they are perpendicular to the stalk. Then post harvest care. The stalk should be cut about 2 to 3 inches above the base and kept in a fresh chlorinated water. Gerbera flower heads are packed in a plastic coated metal or cardboard grids. They are also packed in a polythene sheets. In economics, yield is considered. So average yield of cut flowers under open condition or shade or net condition is around 130 to 160 flower per meter square per year, out of which only 15 to 20% of flowers are of first grade. Then in open condition, while it is 240 flowers per meter square per year, and under greenhouse with 85% of flower being of first grade. Carnation. Carnation is excellent for cut flowers, bedding, borders, aging, rock gardens and pots. The flowers have delightful spicy, glow-like fragrance and last long when cut and used in flower arrangement. The plants are medium tall, about 45 to 50 centimeter in height, with long, narrow and thick grass-like smooth leaves, gray to green stem and swollen nodes. Flowers vary from cream, yellow, red, pink, purple, lavender, white, etc. in colors. Standard and spray carnation are used for cut flowers. Then requirement of climate and soil for carnation. So climate, cool climate with day temperature of 18 to 24 degree Celsius and night temperature is 10 degree to 15 degree Celsius and the relative humidity of 70 to 75% is suitable for plant growth. Then soil, well drained red loamy soil with pH of 5.5 to 6.5 is suitable. General care include disbudding, irrigation, manuring, top dressing and pinching. In disbudding, standard carnation side buds should be removed, whereas in spray carnation the terminal bud has to be removed. Irrigation is provided with drip system once in a 2 to 3 days according to soil moisture to maintain water holding capacity at 60% to 65%. The optimum water requirement for the crop is 4 to 5 liter per meter square per day. Manuring, neem cake 2.5 ton per hectare, phosphorus 400 gram per 100 square feet and magnesium sulfate 0.5 kg per 100 square meter feet are applied as a basal dose. Top dressing, calcium ammonium nitrate and MOP at 5:3 ratio is mixed and applied at 2.5 gram per plant per month as top dressing. Pinching, depending upon the need of the crop spread, single, one and a half or double pinch method is adapted. Ideal time for pinching is early morning. When the plant attains 5 nodes, the first pinch is given. This is called single pinch. This would give rise to 6 lateral shoots. With a 1.5 pinch, 2 to 3 of these lateral shoots are pinched again. For the double pinch, all the lateral shoots are pinched off. In plant protection, to control the aphids, spraying of plants with thiomethazone 1 ml per liter is beneficial. Then to control thrips, spraying of fipronil 1.5 ml per liter is useful. And to control red spider mites, apply abamectin 0.5 ml per liter is useful. Then disease like fusarium wilt can be controlled by soil drenching with carbendazim at 0.1% is useful. Also, disease like Alternaria leaf spot can be controlled by Bacillus subtilis as a soil application at 25 gram per meter square, followed by foliar application at 0.5% at monthly intervals is useful. Harvesting. Flower starts after 4 months of planting and continues up to 1.5 years. Standard carnation flowers are harvested when the outer petals unfold nearly perpendicular to the stem. Spray types are harvested when 2 flowers open and the remaining buds show color. Daily harvest is made leaving bottom 5 nodes of stalk to facilitate side shoot development. Flowering starts from 110 to 120 days after planting. Then post harvesting, citric acid is added to water to make the pH 4.5 to 5 and 5 mg of sodium hyperchloride is added to 1 liter of water. Cut flower stalk is soaked in this solution for 4 to 5 hours to improve the shelf life. Then in yield, 15 flowers per plant, that is 350 to 375 flower stems per meter square in 2 years period. In next video, I will be discussing about greenhouse production of rose and orchids. So thanks for watching my video. Subscribe to my channel. Press the bell icon for getting latest notification. Thank you.